Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Module 6. In Module 6, we are going to look at some of the aspects of Medicare and Medicaid and benchmarking for quality performance. We will begin to look at the different types of Medicare and Medicaid prospective payment systems relative to various hospitalization DRGs. I believe we're going to look at, for example, we will look at specifically those that relate to myocardial infarction. We will look at a couple of other different codes specifically for examples to develop the whole idea and concept of Medicare and Medicaid payment systems, the prospective payment systems, that is. We're going to look at how the Medicare Medicaid payment systems are going to be applied in inpatient situations. And we're going to look at some current data and some current information relative to how performance measures and set forth by HEDIS and other quality control agencies will and indeed affect the revenue cycle from the standpoint it will increase or decrease the amount of reimbursement an institution will receive based on its performance overall. We're going to talk about the aspect of clinical integration as being one of the tools to combat and overcome some of those quality issues and problems you're facing within your institution, and how you can overcome using clinical and other aspects of integration within the facility to ensure that all aspects of care are at the top levels, and the top levels will of course mean top levels of reimbursement. You only have one assignment for this week. It's a relatively simple assignment, but it will take some research, it will take some thought, it will take some analysis on your part, and what we're going to look at is the benchmarking process. And specifically, your assignment is to benchmark data that supports strategic planning within your institution. So in other words, if you are involved in strategic planning in your particular healthcare facility, and in this instance we're asking you to assume the role of administrator from an inpatient standpoint, we're asking you in this assignment to specifically say, okay, we are sitting in a strategic planning meeting. Our reimbursement rates are down and they're low because we haven't met the required levels of performance for top reimbursement. How would we approach that? What benchmarking data would you or do you think would best support the future of your healthcare facility, and as such as a future healthcare administrator? So in other words, what data would help your particular institution in the strategic planning? If you're sitting there physically in that meeting and you have this information, how are you going to prove yourself to be an exceptional administrator and on top of these issues that affect the revenue cycle within your own facility? You're going to have to do some scholarly research. Again, I would turn to Shapiro. You can turn to cms.gov. There are different sets of data and information available through MedPAC. And you're going to look at this data, and then you're going to reflect at the end of your journal entry, reflect on any parts of benchmarking data which you are continuing to struggle with. In other words, why are you not making that connection between those particular sets of data and the revenue cycle and success of your institution? What challenges are you facing, and what questions would you have to help you overcome those particular challenges?